For many, many years since the birth of the internet, the bad guys have been collaborating in the most ultimate way that collaboration can be done, which is unfettered. So business and government and academia is where the true collaboration needs to happen for us to even have a chance of keeping up with the bad guys. It's time now to open that up and for everyone to come together and start sharing ideas, thoughts, practices, solving complex problems of a national security interest that a single organisation on their own will never be able to solve. And that's the premise for the Australian Cyber Collaboration Centre, the A3C. So DTEX started up many years ago when really startup wasn't even a thing. And so we had to leave South Australia and we moved to London. And in 2013, we had a number of Silicon Valley investors that were very specialised in cybersecurity reach out to us in London and say, we think that the next wave of cybersecurity requirements is going to be around the human aspect, people and what people are doing and how they're interacting with data, what they should and shouldn't be doing with data. That really is front and centre what DTEX does. It's finding that balance between security and privacy and enabling people to be flexible in their work environment, saying, we've hired you to do a job because we trust you. Go ahead and do that job. But if you do make a mistake, we will be able to help shape the way that you behave in the future by engaging with you before a breach actually happens. And it's not always intentional, malicious insider behaviour. More often than not, it's just silly mistakes that people are making. You and I make every day. It's just human nature. But as the Premier consistently states, the cyber threats that we're facing and everybody's acknowledging the threats have increased over the last few months, presents a very unique opportunity for us to create employment opportunities for our South Australians. And partly this centre was born out of recognising that opportunity. And centres like this will help really bridge the gap where we can have local providers being vetted to a certain degree to be able to be part of centres like the Australian Cyber Collaboration Centre where a degree of trust is required to participate, and therefore that can help that flexibility in the procurement process because we're not saying take extra risk in terms of bring risky vendors on board and risky technology solutions that have never been tested before. But there are organisations like this which exist as an independent verifier that certain principles have been met, certain standards have been met before they come into the procurement process. So the procurement process in itself can be more flexible without undue risk being applied. And it's credit to this state government for understanding that vision to bring down those barriers so that we can truly collaborate in a trusted environment. And that's really what this centre is all about.